Today's lesson is going to be called Momentum Shifts in the Market. I'm going to go over KONE, how I made nearly $400 on it, and we're going to talk about how I saw the momentum shifting coming into this play. So this morning, there were several stocks in play pre-market, some which had actually pretty good catalysts, but news has not been in play this week. So this is one important thing that you have to remember in this market, that you cannot fall in love with a stock because of its news. I haven't made any money this week off of a play with news. News has not been doing well, and some of the news has been great. There could even be phase 2 trials passed, and momentum just does not come into the stock. Now, why is that? Why does momentum not come into these plays? This week, people have been more interested in Chinese stocks with low flows, no catalysts. The reason being is because of Trump and China going back and forth right now in China, wanting to put tariffs on certain imports. Chinese plays have been really in play this week, not news. Never fall in love with news. This is very important for you to remember, that you cannot fall in love with any type of news, any catalyst. I mean, you can fall in love with the news, but you should not trade a stock because you like the news. There's been plenty of times in my trading career that I have loved the news, and the news was actually pretty breaking, but most people did not understand what the news meant, and so they didn't buy it. But I thought, because I understood it and I was getting in early, that the stock was going to do great, people were going to buy it, and I was going to make a lot of money. That's not how it works. You have to understand where the majority of other people are trading, what they are looking at. That's what you want to focus on, what everyone else is looking at, not what you want to look at. It doesn't matter what you want to look at. What matters is, where is everybody else trading? It's the psychology of the market. You need to understand where other people are buying, where other people are selling, and that's when you will succeed trading penny stocks in this market. So let's go over KONE. Today is Wednesday. Now Monday, this was the top percent gainer. You always want to keep the biggest percent gainers from earlier in the week on your watch list, because many people still have them on watch, and there's a lot of opportunity still to make money on these plays. At around 480 on Monday, I put this on my whiteboard to watch the stock later in the week. And I'll tell you why. The chart pattern on KONE was very, very solid. So if you notice here, KONE could not break its 50-day moving average once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it finally broke over its 50-day, 13 EMA, and it's above the 200 DMA. This stock is bullish on all indicators, and as we can see from its past chart history, that this is a former runner as well. So it was a Chinese play, it was a low float stock, it was a former runner, which a lot of traders like. They're going to look at the stock's personality and see that, man, this stock makes big runs. Okay, well, we're going to keep it on watch in case it makes another big run. So I had it on watch, but I missed my play. I missed my opportunity. I did not expect it to make its move on Monday. I really didn't. It did not have a catalyst on it, and I didn't think it was going to make the move. Well, who cares what I think? We got to understand what other people are thinking. And everybody traded it Monday. This stock went from 480 all the way up to 760 and then faded off the rest of the day. And then on Tuesday, it became a multi-day breakout. Now this happens all the time, multi-day breakouts. You have to keep top percent gainers on your watch list for later in the week. Now I didn't even trade this stock until Wednesday. And this is important for you to remember. I did not chase this play. Because I didn't get the entry I wanted, meant I did not chase it. On Monday, I didn't chase it on Tuesday. Many people are going to lose a lot of money in the market because they end up chasing, they experience FOMO, the fear of missing out, and they start chasing these stocks and they burn big time. Rather than complaining because you missed out a lot of profits, you need to figure out, okay, where's my next entry? Where is everybody else going to be buying next? Because when you start trading, you're going to miss a lot of money. I've been trading for years, and I see people making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars before my eyes every single day. But you know what? I got over that. You got to figure out what's the next best play, because you're going to miss profits. You're going to lose. Figure out where is the majority of people going to trade next. And this is when we get into Wednesday for KONE and why I traded it when I did. Today, on Wednesday, this stock actually was not doing anything pre-market. It was very dead. The stock that was making a move was LEDS. LEDS had multiple chat room interest this morning. It was actually doing pretty well in pre-market. This was another stock that had a similar pattern as KONE did. But this stock here, if we look at the daily pattern, It broke above its 200-day 13 EMA and finally its 50-day moving average and 450 resistance. This stock is now bullish on all indicators, and it was a past chart history ripper. So it gained a lot of attention and a lot of momentum. This morning during pre-market, I knew a lot of chat rooms were looking at it, and I was actually thinking about getting in around 5, but it was so light on volume pre-market, it was a little less predictable than market hours. And as this thing began just moving on up pre-market, I knew I couldn't trade it. It was getting way too overextended, way overbought on the RSI. It was gapping up so huge already. It was at 875. You just knew it was going to draw in a lot of short interest, and then a lot of buyers were going to liquidate their positions and take their profit. So I knew this play wasn't going to be for me. But rather than just complaining that I didn't get my $5 entry, I figured out, okay, where is the momentum going to head to next? Where is going to be my next entry? I wasn't going to chase a stock and risk losing a lot of money. See, that's the problem with most people. They end up chasing because they missed their initial entry and end up losing money. But if I were to chase this from $5 up here to 6, 7, 8, my risk management now is just very, very poor. Day traders, we find stocks with great volatility, and we also manage our risk. There's this quote that you need to remember. Gamblers focus on profits, traders focus on risk. Always, always, always be focusing on your risk. As I always say, you need to know your exit before you even know your entry. So I knew this stock LEDS wasn't going to be a play, so then I thought in the back of my mind, so if this stock fades off, where's momentum going to shift? I remembered KONE. It was the biggest percent gainer on Monday, and Tuesday it was a multi-day breakout. So there was still opportunity on that. And so as soon as LEDS started fading off, some volume started coming in on KONE, and my entry was at 750. And I'll show you that just so you can see it. Monitor, 400 shares around 751, 752. Okay, I'm on a 5-minute chart. I'm going to switch back to a 1-minute chart. Now I'll tell you why I got in this at 750. I was keeping my eyes on this actually around the $7 range to $7.20 range, but I did not buy it because just because I like it doesn't mean everyone else is going to like it. See, volume has to shift from LEDS to KONE. I can't just trade something because I want to trade it. I got to focus on where everybody else is going to be trading. As soon as I had validity that traders were coming in this is when I bought it. And 750 was right around the close of yesterday, which is a great area to buy because people who went short on KONE yesterday put a stop right above the close from yesterday to just take them out if KONE is going to continue its next leg up, which it did. So their stops got triggered along with some buying momentum, and this thing just started running. So volume shifted from LEDS over to KONE, and I only had 400 shares and ended up making about $1 per share. But this was predictable. This is not gambling, guys. The thing to remember is focus on where the majority are trading, and if you miss your entry, just wait for the next setup. There's always going to be opportunity in this market. You're going to miss a lot of plays. In order to be consistent and profitable, you just have to prepare for the next setup. Thank you for watching.